So that's the outcome. And I believe everybody deserves it, and everybody is beauty in them, and love in them, compassion in them, kindness in them, love in them. So everybody deserves to understand their potential in them and really see this beautiful experience in life. You don't have to be ended up like your parents. You born
Yeah.
bad parenting, bad parents, bad family, bad situation. It doesn't mean you ended up like being bad, like being bad. It's a bad situation. I understand the pain you got, but there is a solution. You have a choice. And I made my choice. I had a dysfunctional family. I abandoned, rejected from my family for a long, long time. Since when I was 16, 17, I left my home and studying and living around the world, try to understand what's my purpose or who am I, and go through so much to understand this point. And it's not easy, but I was always try to understand the truth and truth in me and searching the truth, and it took me for a long, long time, 20 years to healing, and what I'm doing without even my mind, like I can't even control my mind, and what I'm doing, sometimes the conscious mind, subconscious mind, the things, the coded, the behaviors, they will control your life basically. So that being said, I really think those people who mentally abused and emotionally dysfunctional, they don't know what they are doing. So I forgive even this homeless man today, this morning, even how much he get me so angry. I'm a human being, but same time, I realize he doesn't know what he is doing, and he doesn't know where he is, and he doesn't know even himself. So I really have to really forgive him, because I know better, and I know better way. So I better act better way. Yeah, right? So
Yeah.
it's happening around the world. Like we hating one another, no reason, and a bunch of not knowing each other, not knowing self, hating one another. It's just spreading this like a virus. It's worse than COVID. And I try to spread the love, unconditional love, accepting self. Just you don't have to be successful to be loved. You don't have to be pretty to be loved. You don't have to have money to be loved. Whatever you have, being grateful for, and just make your life a better place. And that's what I want to spread the world, to make it a better place. And I write poems. I'm writing my story of my book, hopefully soon publish. And I hope my story will give encouragement for young adults, young people in America and also around the world. And also for my young brother, I haven't seen him for 20 years. He lives in England, Liverpool. I haven't seen him a long time. And being an oldest, being a sister, I try to my best to be a good example. And hopefully my siblings will be inspired, get inspired, and they get over the trauma, forgive parents, and to be in a better place. That's what I'm also praying for, living for. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great. Doug, what are your thoughts on Ida's experience? And also, you live in Arizona, and your experiences of what Ida was sharing in your hometown there with, the youth, and is there a lot of issues where you are, Doug, or it's not as bad as some places?
I would say that there is homelessness here. In fact, I had a similar experience last year when a homeless person stole my bike from me, and it was later recovered by the police.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
just it was one of those deals where I went to a restaurant to eat dinner, and there was a homeless person that was around, and he asked if he could watch my bike for me. And this was before I knew anything about the homeless community. And so I let him watch it. And when I came out with my food, it was gone, and the guy came back to me saying that my bike was missing. And at that point I called the police, and when I did, he begged me to not call the police, saying that he was innocent, and he used the N word a lot of the times. It was just eventually the police came and they found the bike, which was located behind a dumpster. So we probably know what was behind the dumpster. But anyway, I got my back bike, and so charges weren't pressed. I was just happy to have the bike back.
And what do you think also, Doug, with Ida's story about how she's helping young teens and young adults? How do you feel the channel has helped people? Like, you've had a lot of interaction with people in your hometown of recognizing you from the channel. And as many people know, we started the channel because of our initial coaching for acting and creative work, and then your amazing weight loss and your fitness journey, etc., and more authoring books that we've done together to inspire others. And the channel's grown to, I think it was over 1 million views over the last 2.5 years or so.
I
How
think
does
it's
it?
really great that she's helping others and helping people in the homeless community, because there's a lot of people there that are struggling with drugs and alcohol, and there's a lot of kids in this country that literally smoke cigars, cigarettes, weed, and they drink alcohol. They get drunk at parties, and it's all these toxins that they're putting into their bodies, and they need to be taught, in my opinion, on the dangers of those type of things to consume, and they need to learn how to deal with their emotions in other ways that don't bully others or them bullying their bodies.
Yeah, and what is it like for you, Doug, knowing that uh, you get people come up to you in the street and say, "Hey, I've been watching your channel. It's been a great help to me." You've had parents come up to you at one stage and hug you and say, "Oh, you've really inspired my son." How does that make you feel, knowing that you were one of those people back, in your early years and teenage years and young adult years? You were struggling until, we started doing this and the coaching over nearly 7 years now.
Yeah, I feel very great. I feel very proud that the RNU channel has had a good impact on people and myself personally, for sure.
Yeah, and it's people like Ida and all the other thousands of videos we have that people are sharing their stories. And look, it's not all the stories are heartbreaking. Some are just generally people who've been relentless in their own journey to want to achieve something, whether it be a fighter or an author or whatever it may be. But we've just found, like, just having when I met Ida, it was just at a bit of a get together at a jazz night, and we just started talking about, what we're all up to. And I said, "Oh, well, that's great. We'll have to get you on the channel." And COVID sort of slowed things down a bit. And but the point is, you never know who you're talking to. So I share with a lot of my actors, and when I'm coaching, you know, always talk to people. Get out to different meetings and go to places, and don't always just sit at home. Not a lot happens at home. Of course,
Hang out with
got to be at
friends and all
home.
that.
Yeah, that's right. Like exactly with Brenton and him dealing with his, he's being on the spectrum, and now he's doing horse therapy, and he's been doing it for quite a few years now, and it's made a massive change in his life. So yeah, it's just meeting people, and that's what we hope Relentless does. It helps people connect, and maybe they hear something on here that'll help inspire them or help them seek professional help if if they've not done that. We're not medical authorities. We're not here to tell people how to, fix things. We're just sharing stories so that they can, if they need to, you can get professional help. You can go to platforms, especially with like mental health. We've spoken to Kevin Hines, who wrote the book The Ripple Effect when he attempted to take his own life jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge many years ago. And he speaks at events all around the USA. And we've got mindful.org Australia with Matt Runnels, who does the same thing here. He's in Australia. He's speaking at events all the time about mental health and different age groups. So Ida, again, is just part of that journey, sharing what she's doing for young people and young adults. So again, sorry for being on late, but good old internet. She doesn't always work, as we've already proved. It broke down during this interview, but we've got to be relentless and unstoppable. So thanks again, Ida, for sharing, and we will get you back on again in a few months just to see where you're at, especially probably in the new year. And Doug, again, Mr. Cool with his sunglasses. Next thing, you'll be rapping on the program. Not sure how that's going to go, but you're quite willing to give it a shot, I'm sure, mate.
Can I give it a shot very quick?
Oh, dear. I knew I shouldn't have said that, but okay.
Let me think of a rap very quick. Don't make the same mistakes I made. Don't get yourself taken out of grade 11 and go up to heaven.
Doug, you're a chap. All right. Well, thanks, Ida, for being very patient. I'm glad you're okay from that incident that happened this morning, and also the fact that you're not sharing hate, you're just sharing compassion and empathy for what happened to you, even though it was quite scary.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And my last word for the people, it's not easy. I understand life is, it's always struggle, but you know what? Yeah, so my last word is life is not easy, and we all struggle. We all have pain. You are not the only one, and I'm not the only one, and we all go through this. The thing is, the bottom line is, you really have to see yourself as a human being and born in this world for purpose and meaningful life. And you born enough the way you are. You have so much talent and potential in you. And even somebody hurt you out of the anger and bitterness and being not happy in themselves, it doesn't ruin your life. And same with your parents. Like if you didn't get enough love and conditional love, being conditioned, you have to accept it and let them go, and having own boundaries and grow and choose the life you want. And
yeah, that's true. And also get out in nature. Go down to the beach, even when it's, not such a hot sunny day. Go down to the beach and sit there in your car and look out at the ocean, or go and sit on the sand, rug yourself up if it's winter. Go for a walk in the park, get out in nature. Just make at least, if you can, at least half an hour a day to just let life be what life ain't going to stop because you're in the park. So let life do what it's got to do and take yourself out to the country. Go for a country drive on the weekend. Take your friend, family, girlfriend, boyfriend, or just go by yourself. Got to take time out for yourself. But look, thanks again, and thanks, Ida. It was really great seeing you again, and look forward to chatting to you again. And thanks, Doug, and thanks for your attempt at rapping. I'm sure it's going to improve. Never know, you might be a superstar one day, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Dog is already the superstar to me, and he is doing absolutely great. And thank you for guys having me and sharing my little bit story, and hopefully my book publish and will let you know.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. All right. Well, thanks, Doug. You want to take us out? And thanks, Ida. Take care, mate.
Thank you so much.
All righty, everybody. Let's thank Ida for appearing on the channel. Thanks to Andy for the terrific mentorship, and we'll see you next week for the next episode.